Greetings, geeks, and welcome to episode 449 of Geeks in Space, a very special After Dark Star Trek The Motionless Picture episode. I am here today with three of the greatest geeks you will ever meet who will pretend to be in low Earth orbit and watch a very bad movie that was made many, many years ago. I have Rob Roseboom.
Hey there.
Nate Osterdarp.
Howdy.
And Chris DeBona.
Through the miracle of RTX voice, this is Chris DeBona.
My miracle is that I have coffee. I have an incredibly large glass of whiskey.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And nutty bars.
That's good thinking. I haven't seen the stream pop up yet. Did you hit the stream button?
The button says that it be streaming.
Okay. There it is. Okay, checking it.
All right. And I got nutty bars.
Looking great. All right, let's do it.
All right.
Could
When
you
do
make
I have
some
to
more
drink?
eating noises, please?
Yeah. When do I have to?
Maybe slurp that whiskey.
Hold on.
Wait, let me get a bag of potato chips to rustle while we do this.
I feel like this is a violation of the Geneva Convention for our podcast listeners.
How about a soup? Anyone got a big bowl of soup to slurp on while we do this?
Ramen.
All right.
I've gone full ramen. All right. All right. This is 1979. My first note on this whole thing is that we just watched Superman last week, and like the opening credits for Superman are awesome. Like you have the music and you have like the words flying at you, and this is like straight up the most boring. The most boring credits you could have. And it's just like, here's the Gene. Thanks. It takes them like, but it's boring.
Forever.
Yeah. The music is fine.
I will say I did watch the credits and some people popped out. Like it reminded me how great Jerry Goldsmith was, that Sid Mead did a lot of the designing of the ships. I mean, like that's kind of great. So that said, dullest 4 minutes and 27 seconds of my life ever.
Did you catch it's Alan Dean Foster?
Yeah, right.
Writer. Yeah, Splinter of the Mind's Eye, man.
That's right, which is not canon, I guess.
I mean, nothing's canon anymore.
Yeah,
we got like 5 minutes of Klingon crap, and it's not Christopher Lloyd Klingon, so it's just not
actually originally. Lloyd is my favorite Klingon.
Yeah, I did not remember that the sort of next generation look for Klingons started in this movie.
Yeah, it did. So did the Next Generation sound. And I want to point out there was a comedian in the 80s and he was talking about, isn't it great that we got Christopher Lloyd as a Klingon? It's not my goddamn planet, Kirk. And it was just like this very funny scene. I don't remember who it was. It was probably a terrible comedian, but that one act of Christopher Lloyd going full on Christopher Lloyd as a Klingon was great. Anyways, okay, so we have the big speaker. Oh, stop.
Well, hold on. We had the first note that I had with a timestamp is 6:48. So I was going to go to 6:48, but you know what?
I had one, and so if you go back to 6:15, I want to point something out. 6:15, 6:18, right around there. That space guy flying around.
Yep.
He is their favorite special effect.
They use that a lot.
I called him Gary, and I called him out like a million times in my notes.
In your notes,
which are my notes are half Gary sightings. So I just figure his name's Gary. He likes floating around a lot. He doesn't really do much. He's kind of a pain in the ass. So
the thing that I did like, and I did skip past this, but this is the same design for the Klingon bird of prey that they then carry through Star Trek 3 and 4. And I mean, they're to me, and this is purely just me being, the kid of the right time. Star Trek 3 was the one I had on VHS tape. And Star Trek 4 obviously being the one with the whales, that ship to me is almost as iconic as the Enterprise.
I agree, and like if you look at like the scoring around the photon tube shooter thing, like I mean this is an epic ship, right? And you can see Sid just like going nuts here, right? It's such a cool ship, and like it's massive. Unlike the other Klingon birds of prey we see in later. These are really big. These are like galaxy class birds of prey, and most other birds of prey have like 14 people on them.
So the little spire there, I just would really like to know how they get in because there's like they must go through a ladder or something in the middle because there's no like I don't know.
They
There's
have to
No,
beam
you're-
in. Yeah.
No, they have teleporters. Why do you have elevators if you have teleporters?
Because every
You
once
know?
in a while you get caught in them and you die.
actually, all those people were born in there, and they just lived their whole lives. And that's what happens in the future. That's
Yep.
why
Yeah.
we can't work with aliens, because we'll get bad ideas like this.
Yeah,
And people, yeah,
Uh,
it's no good.
they're only allowed
This-
to breed with each other.
yeah. So that whole sequence actually, like, I really like their fashion. Like the costumes in this movie are terrible. Like they're bad.
and they're kind of clingy in the wrong places, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The V-neck down like right between the nipples is just not something that's going to work as a uniform. Sorry, guys.
A fit for the dudes.
I mean, Chris might be more familiar, but this all looked like, Mormon sacred garments to me. Like a lot of the outfits too.
Battlestar Galactica.
Right.
That's Battlestar Galactica, not Star Trek.
The one thing have either of you guys or any of you guys seen Space Station 1976?
No.
I just wanted to call that out. It's got Liv Tyler in it and a few other actors that you really don't remember. But the costume design and the set design is so much like somebody watched this and made like a totally different kind of movie. But it's I'm not going to say it's a good movie, but it's very, very inspired by this sort of style, and it's kind of awesome for what that is.
So there was another movie in the 70s called Silent Running, and I have to think that this listening station like rips off half a dozen of their models. It's just there's so many similarities. It kind of kills me. But yeah.
All right, our next note, 904. Oh, Spock.
Dirty hippie Spock.
Yeah.
Man, I thought he looked metal as hell.
Yeah.
He's like, ugh. Warriors of the wasteland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is metal Spock.
My note on this is it's actually very timely. That is the most quarantine haircut that I have seen in a long time. It's pretty awesome. Also, the just the production design of this entire sequence, it's really cheap.
Yeah.
It is for sure prog rock cover art for the entire planet Vulcan.
Yeah. No, this is like what was the Hobbit Baskin Rankin? This is like they had them come in and do Vulcan too,
Let's see, what do we have here? Oh yeah, I already.
Also, I'll point out in my version when I watched the subtitles were not there. So, so this just
I didn't get subtitles either. Yeah, so
like 5 minutes of me saying, "What the hell?"
Garbage. Yeah.
Well, I kept on thinking Kalima.
Oh, totally.
Kalima. From the Indiana Jones.
And the other guy looks like Nosferatu. I'll just throw that out there.
These are not good actors either. I mean, actually, I have to say, I keep on whenever whenever Spock does anything, it's like his level of acting is like it's just like they add a zero, and he's such a better actor than anyone else in the movie. It's kind of amazing. It's kind of like how Kirk is just like he's got more eyeliner than everyone else in the show.
It's in his contract.
And there's So anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. It's like, what is he doing in this crap?
Oh, this is so good. Everything about this to me is just that this is Star Trek.
The busy.
I need you to go back to 1104.
Yeah.
I need you to go to 1104 really fast because I thought that these. Basically play for a sec. Wait until the red rocks are in the background because they looked like really big hunks of like liver.
Yeah.
To me, like, is this like slaughterhouse?
But it's the Bigfoot.
Well, it's the Bigfoot. So is it like it's there? It's like it's like meat jello. Anyway, all right, let's keep going. Let's go to the spaceport.
Yeah, this place, man.
They keep showing like cuts of Spaceport Mall that like have nothing to do with whatever's going on. Like, there he is.
Check out that outfit.
Well, I mean, I got to give him credit. I'm 48, same age as he is in this movie, and he looks like 10 years younger than me.
Yeah, look how young.
Yeah.
Well, and all the women are wearing like slinky stuff, and I'm like, this is supposed to be the Academy, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
Gene Roddenberry, so that
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Those girls, they wanted to get good grades. That's how it worked. This
Well,
was the 70s.
That's how it worked with Gene.
Yeah, that's what they say. What do we have? God, I love all these space station shots. I really do. But they are like somebody watched 2001 and was just like, let's
Yeah.
make something
Yep.
just as epic. And it's not.
And it just
Every
comes
time
across
they
as ponderous, man.
Every time they show a spaceship, there's 5 minutes of music and
Yep.
panning.
I mean, it took forever for them to get to the damn ship. You
Well,
know?
that's
And they're-
okay.
Gary sighting.
Oh, Gary. I'll
There's always
drink for Gary. I'll drink for
You
Gary.
have to stop for Gary, but there's
Is there
Gary.
There's a Gary. Mm,
Gary.
nice knowing you, Gary.
So right around here, Kirk mentions that he was
Haven't had near enough transition time with all the new equipment.
TPS reports. Sorry, I read your note.
And an untitled captain.
2.5 years as chief of Starfleet operations may have made me a little stale.
Yeah.
so he was COO of Starfleet.
Right. He was a big deal, man.
I was 2.5 years as chief of operations, and I'm like, so what? You ordered the blankets, the outfits? What does the chief of operations do? You know, look after
Yeah.
head count.
He operates. He's
He is-
he's the chief operator.
he is such
he
a
has
bad
budgets.
actor too.
He's
Like-
horrific.
Like, it really takes you out in a lot of scenes. He is so bad.
Yeah.
He lives in the uncanny valley. It's like he's not really a human being. You know,
I won't lie, man.
God, it takes forever.
Gary, crap.
Gary, there he
This
is.
gonna suck.
Hey.
This is
Now,
this is
I-
gonna get rough.
I will say I thought this was like a whole step better than the special effects in Superman, though.
Yeah.
Totally.
So this part here, absolutely. But the parts where they'll do a shot outside the shuttle in a few minutes, which is so fake looking.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
It's just
Well, they
hilarious.
reuse like this right
Yeah,
here.
like this one here.
Oh, that is just garbage.
And I'm like, dude.
Where they look like they're being projected onto a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, okay, that's a good shot.
yeah, it's a great shot.
Like you feel it, but look at that.
That's
Mm.
fantastic.
This is my childhood right here, man.
Yeah.
And even right now, after
Yeah,
all of
the
these years,
music and-
I watched this, 4 days ago, and I'm getting shivers again.
Yep.
All of the Star Trek models I ever had were from the movies, because like that was what they had in the 80s.
Mhm.
So the 1701A is the Enterprise of my childhood.
Is that still your ATM pin code?
Shut up. Now I gotta change all my pins.
Yep. Time to change the password.
Okay, so I did want to note one thing here when they dock. Like, this is weird to me. Holy shit, this is still going. This is
It's
4
the
minutes.
longest
They ha-
scene.
They have to show the new Enterprise. It's it's the star of the show.
And then there are these weird like stained glass lights. You know, I'm like, what? What? They'd have like Frank Lloyd Wright do some of the
Okay,
spaceport.
I have a real problem here. Looking at this, like, okay,
That's
you're
so
telling me
bad.
this is how you dock to your ship?
That's not actually. I don't have a beef with that at all. I mean, spaceships dock butt to butt. You know, it's
Sure, but then does it just sit there?
No, you can see it's got, clamps and locks, and then it goes.
No, I mean, like, when they're gonna fly away, right? In 5 minutes, they're gonna go into super slow motion blurry vision. Is that
Right.
thing just stuck there?
No.
no. It's just a port. It's like an Uber. Okay, the Uber
Alright.
doesn't stick around. It leaves.
Here we are again with a spaceport mall shot that like you
Yeah.
could inject into any like scene in the movie where you're showing a ship. It's like, okay, people walking around. Yeah.
They've been quarantined on the Enterprise. They have to stay there for 2 weeks before Miami will let them on board.
What's the screenshot button? Because I want to have this as my background.
I don't know, man. I'm having a hard enough time using Windows in general. All right, 24, 38. Okay, what do we got here?
Kirk being shitty, taking over command.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I labeled this one Captain Commander Butthurt.
You told me how envious you were and how much you hoped you'd find a way to get a starship command again.
He's a So like they found a worse actor than Kirk.
Yeah. Well, Bandy's got the chin.
He's got chin.
That's true.
I'll give you that.
Commander.
I miss Gary. Remember when we had Gary? All right.
Oh, he'll be back.
Fun.
Yeah, that's true.
He sure is. All right, the transporter drama.
Yep. And this is, again, I don't know, 7-year-old me watching this on VHS tape. This scene, man, shook me to my core.
Wait, so Janice Rand is operating the transporter. Good job, Janice. And like 2620, if you can pause it, it's like it's Odo.
2620, all right.
Yeah. So basically, you have the transporter drama, and they look, and it's Odo.
See, maybe it was just because I'm a different kind of kid, but I remember being very disappointed I didn't get to see the meat.
Exactly.
I wanted to see
the camera at the other end of the transporter.
Yes, I wanted to see the twisted remains screaming
what
for a
we
second
got back
before
didn't live long, fortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when they were showing it, one of them looked like Odo from. It doesn't matter.
He was
You have
the
to go
guy in the
back.
back left. The guy in the back left. He was on screen.
Commander Sonax can be reached through the bunk.
Let's see, 2821.
Okay.
Yeah.
The talk. This is like a class on how not to motivate people.
Right.
Going to die painfully.
Some of you
Hello,
will die.
everyone. Hello, everyone. We're effed.
This is the kind of meeting. This is the kind of meeting where they're all like, "Man, if we just were allowed to teleconference, we could sit in the IRC chat room and just make fun of Kirk."
I would tell you to fill out your wills, but the Earth is going to explode soon too, so it won't matter.
You and all of your family, your entire genetic line will die. Let's go to work.
Go team.
Nate, you had a point
Yeah,
at 2844 that you blackbarred, which I can only mean must be something racy.
No. It was just that I was trying to point at the little
Your picture?
mini screenshot that I took. Yeah.
Oh,
Go to 2844. You should figure out like the per frame buttons.
you can't do it. I have to view this in Chrome, and I don't know if you know anybody that works at the Googe, but they should have key bindings here.
Yeah, because that's the priority.
Yeah, for
During
sure.
COVID is giving frame by frame key bindings for video
in-browser
playback.
MP4 video playback. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh guys. Oh, what are we looking for, Nate?
It's okay. There's a
seconds.
shot. There's a shot of the entire crew where there's just some. Yeah. Okay. So right over Kirk's shoulder, there's a gentleman in what appears to be traditional Native American garb.
I just picked him out. Yeah.
Yeah. They've got an Indian in there.
Where?
Yeah. Yeah.
And a big.
It's actually it's YMCA. It's the village people.
Okay.
And
Where's the
there's-
cop?
There's one big blue guy in the middle too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the Watchman.
Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan.
Seems like he could provide them a much better way of traveling than that weird slow motion scene we're gonna have to sit through in a minute. Yeah, this is like this. They very carefully cast this for diversity, and this is really far ahead of its time.
Yeah,
and this is like
true.
Roddenberry's jam.
And what I notice is all the women are sort of covering up their area, where the dudes are like, "Yeah, so it's bunching up there, whatever." Like seriously,
Yeah,
every
so there's
woman
voltage.
is.
What do you need? What do you
Check out my
Yeah.
mojo. All right, we got to go to 3030.
It's like we're gonna watch them die, and now let's go to work.
Oh, is there a Gary sighting at 3030? Oh,
Yep.
crap.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh crap! This is gonna hurt.
He almost.
Entertained. You know, Gary's left over and the space station's gone is my
Yeah,
dream.
that sucks.
It's like, what is he doing there?
He's doing Gary stuff.
Also, I
Gary's
just want to
got
point
Gary.
out, like they're watching this on what appears to be like a 48-inch TV screen.
The most efficient screen we could come up with.
Oh, this.
God.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
she's Delta,
All right.
Captain.
Yeah, so
And celibate.
Yeah.
I'm correct, right? That they did not introduce the Deltan race until this movie, right?
That's correct.
So,
I looked
like, So like there's a whole bunch of lore about how they're super sexual and that's why she has to, you know, say that she's celibate because if someone had sex with her, they'd lose their mind or whatever. But none of that is explained unless you read Roddenberry's like notes about it, which are very, very detailed. You know?
Well, and are you ready for this? She was Miss India in like 76 or 74.
Really?
Yeah, she's Indian and she's just like super made up and has no hair. And she comes in with this like HR inappropriate storyline. It's like, you know.
And McCoy as the Mountain Man. I love it.
I love it.
It is my favorite McCoy. Damn it, Bones. I need you
badly.
He's like, God, you're a terrible actor.
I'm putting down my jug with the 3 X's on it. Just to be
I've hated you my entire life, but you know I can't quit you. I'll follow you to the sun. You know? Wow.
I need you badly.
Wait a minute. 34, 37. There's another one? Oh no.
There's another Gary. Yeah. Gary's everywhere.
I might have made a really bad mistake.
And like, why do you hang out like at the exit of a parking lot? You know, if you're Gary, it doesn't. He's a bad person.
I mean, he's an essential worker. We don't value them enough.
Yeah.
He's totally isolated though, so.
All right, 37.
So the reason I thought this was interesting is they actually switched to the backup camera, and I was like, you know, is this the first time like they ever did something like that on?
But they showed the Enterprise going in reverse.
Yeah,
Beep,
that's kind of cool. Oh Christ!
beep, beep.
Yeah, I was hoping there'd be a parallel parking shot later, but no avail. So.
So now we have the 3-minute long sequence where they go fast but slow.
So dull.
This is where the movie ends. As far like there's some good stuff after this, but
not really.
No, I know, but this scene is just so stupid. Like everything up to this point, like I'm watching this thinking, yeah, okay, sure.
And it's Gary's fault. He's in the warp stream too. They use Gary everywhere, man.
All right,
You just
hold
passed
on.
him. He was at 40-50. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, just
I
scooch
left
back,
my
just scooch.
screensaver on.
Wait, is that Gary?
I saw Gary when I was watching it. Maybe I was just really tired.
You might have been really tired, man.
You said 40-50. Yeah, I didn't see him.
Yeah,
I didn't see no Gary, man. It's good because I've had enough. I've had enough.
There's more coming.
Oh, good. Let's see. We're going up here. Oh, I just wanted to look at that dude's helmet. Wow. Is that not the coolest?
They just took like a boxing cushion. Oh,
Hey
right.
guys, my mom makes me wear this.
Sorry, guys. Oh, look who's back.
Oh, yeah. So 51 minutes, 50 minutes before Spock got on the ship.
Yep.
You know, he knows how to not waste time. Let me just say that.
That's true. And I mean, that's the thing is that like we've already gone through slow-mo space. So at this point, there's really like the movie's all downhill and we are only getting Spock. Like he's our saving grace here.
Yeah, he is.
All right. I got it. This one's pretty amazing to me.
Yeah.
We did it. Check it out. Wink.
We're that much closer to death.
I honestly didn't remember that like from ever watching that before. And when I saw that moment, I bust out laughing all by myself.
It's so cheesy.
It's just like, oh. I'm actually laughing. Like I'm tearing now. It's so corny. I love it. All right.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
Miss Chekhov's hot handing.
Yeah.
Oh, where did we go?
fantastic.
About 10 seconds, you know.
What am I looking for?
Just hit play. You just hit play, but you'll see it.
Everyone on the bridge is just like, what the fuck, Chekhov? Like, they spray some stuff on it. You're good. Like,
The new screen's held.
Did I miss it? What are we looking for?
no, we're a little bit yet.
Divert auxiliary power to deflectors.
Wait.
I think our time.
Oh,
yeah,
it already
there you go.
happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got electrocuted.
Oh, that's right, because he does the
before.
crazy scream. Yeah,
Yeah, he did the crazy scream. And he's like,
And like, whatever,
and then
Chekhov.
everyone's just like, just, you know, spray some Pam on that. You're
And
good.
yeah, everyone just looks at him and then goes
Whatever.
back to what they're doing.
Yeah, like
Where is he?
haven't you ever worked in a kitchen, Chekhov?
Yeah.
Like, that's hardly the worst burn I've seen.
I mean,
Oh,
really.
just check off complaining again.
Ugh.
Remember how much he wailed after he got his foot cut off?
We just give you robot limbs. It's the future.
Yeah.
So, Chris, I think your time codes. Oh no, here we go.
Yeah, I might have been on. Yeah. So basically, there was like an hour. It seemed like an hour to
Yeah.
me of just like Winamp visualizations.
Yep, totally.
And I'm like, dude, I get it. You're creative. Stop.
I turned on Pink Floyd at this point, and
Yeah, you
took
should have.
some acid. Yeah,
Yeah, it
There's
syncs
a-
up with Dark Side of the Moon.
There's a lot of it too. I mean, this is like somebody saw 2001,
It's
and the two things that they
interminable.
took away from it are people really like that acid trip thing at the end, and they really like the really slow moving scene where the spaceships pretend to have sex.
Well, it's a lot like Temple of Doom, right? People watched Raiders of the Lost Ark, and what they took away was, oh, people are really scared of spiders and snakes and gross stuff. You know, let's make the new movie full of that. Oh, and here it comes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
remember, this is Voyager trying to read the memory banks.
That's
So Spock,
And Spock
logically,
breaks the keyboard.
it's like, watch, but that's how they explain it. It's like, it's too hot. I'm Captain Butthurt.
The computer, which is this thing with the screen and the buttons.
Sometimes you just want to punch the oscilloscope.
I like this, but I
I'll
do
stop
admit,
it.
Yeah.
Nimoy's a man of
Damn.
action.
There we go.
He's like,
Yeah,
I
that's how
just
you
hit
do
print screen, jerks.
Yep.
it. You couldn't have
They just-
control alt deleted.
He just took a universe shot, and everything's fine.
Yeah, and then they collect the bald girl.
Yep. Well, they should. She's got important things to do.
Oh no!
So I wrote down on this one, imagine dying while doing the lightning robot.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And she broke the tricorder.
Aw.
That's a sensitive piece of Starfleet equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that comes right out of her credits.
Comes right over pay.
They're beyond currency, but you still got to reimburse Starfleet.
Romulan L doesn't buy itself.
That's true. Let's
He's
see.
the worst actor.
Laser strike directly at the beam might weaken it just enough for us to break free.
Yeah, maybe.
Commander. Any show of resistance would be futile, Captain.
We don't know that.
You hear what he said?
Resistance would be futile.
Resistance is futile. That's all I want to point.
I'm glad that that's what happened.
Oh, the big starfish.
Yep.
Starfish. Is that what am I looking for?
That
I don't-
they're flying in. They're flying into some sort of cosmic acid.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
what's going on.
space alien thing. Let's see, 2214.
Can I also point out that Decker is the guy from that TV show Seventh Heaven, who was arrested on purported sexual abuse allegations.
Oh, really? That's disappointing.
You mean Decker unit?
Decker unit.
Yeah. Decker unit has inappropriately sexually conducted with 3 female minors.
See, you know she's different now because she has that little red
Yep.
gem
Exactly.
on her throat.
They
Also,
gave her
no-
an on. They gave her an on indicator.
And no pants.
Oh.
So bad.
Yeah. Again, this is another case of like she scared the crap out of me as a kid. Like her voice
Yeah,
and like
she was weird, but also
mean-
she really had to work at it because this goes on again for like an hour, like
Yeah.
her cheesy like robot acting.
oh, look, I'm gonna learn about your crazy human ways. I know your language, but I didn't download basic elements of your culture.
That's because machines can't love, Rob. That's the whole point.
Oh,
Yeah,
got it.
love. Oh,
Vulcan nerve
shoulder
pinch.
grab.
That's
Vulcan
right.
sexual inappropriate.
Check out the face that this guy makes when he gives the pinch, though. It's choice.
Also, notice how long it takes for him to pass out. This gets super
mustache.
quick later.
Oh.
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 Right? I mean, that's straight up an O face right there.
Now
It
I
is.
now I don't have to watch my 6 squares going right to left. Boop, 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 boop.
I like how he
Uh-oh.
gave her like a headband. So this is when I realized that Spock is
He
Gary.
is Gary.
Yeah.
No,
right?
he killed
'Cause-
Gary.
Because they dropped all this money on that effect, and so they were going to use it in the whole show. And that made me think that's where Star Trek Discovery got their whole Red Angel storyline. They showed Gary throughout the whole season. It turns out Gary or the Red Angel is just Spock or Spock's dumb sister. So there you go. Tying it all together.
Yeah, they planned it. They're geniuses. 136.
It's so weird.
Well, again,
Is this
this
where-
is-
Yeah.
all of these sequences again are like a straight up rip off from 2001, like open the pod
For
bay
sure.
doors, Hal, and all of that. Like this is just like we saw a better movie and thought we could make a crappier version of it, but with a different intellectual property.
Yeah, 136.50. And I'm like, wait, there's an enormous planet-sized bald lady.
Yeah, I was never exactly clear on what was meant to be symbolic here and what was meant to be literal.
I think this is all symbolic. Symbolic
Well,
of bad sci-fi.
Well, Voyager 6 was written in the basic all-purpose symbolic instruction code. So
Mhm.
I buy that.
And they've got a plasma ball somewhere.
yeah, exactly. Those were really big back then. So
Mhm.
they're pretty cool.
Okay.
I remember Radio Shack.
Is that right?
He mind melds with it now
Well, I mean, that's
So
what you
dumb.
do.
by holding out
shouldn't
his
be-
hands. There we go.
Oh, yep.
That's what
Mhm.
you do.
Yep. Oh.
And he's like, Captain.
Voyager is a child.
45, 20.
She's got the whole like Flash Gordon collar.
Voyager is a child.
Mm-hmm. He sure is.
Dude.
Yes, Captain.
Child. Hey, child. Spock? Child.
What do you
Spock.
mean?
But what do you mean? She's kind of a hot child, though. Is she a hot child in the city?
City?
I'm surprised they didn't try to set it up on a play date. You know,
Right.
maybe placated. Yeah.
What's your cab's arm? You know? That's so dumb. Oh, yeah, no. During the child thing, also,
There.
Mm.
Mhm.
I've located the
Sorry.
source of Voyager's radio signal.
The
Okay.
worst
she changed
AirPods ever. Yeah.
she switched the ear. It was in her other ear before. Did she just like swap it? Are they bidirectional?
Maybe she's got a little bit of tinnitus.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she got hot ear from before.
Could be.
Ugh.
Oh, see.
It's Voyager 6,
Oh,
launched in 1991.
yeah. We missed that one.
It was actually 1999 when they launched it. So this is a model of Voyager 2
Sure.
that JPL loaned them. And there were only 2 Voyagers, right? But the conceit of this science fiction is that there was a Voyager 6 that was launched at night.
And for all of its infinite power, it never could rub away the grease.
Also, is this space grease?
Right.
It's like where did this stuff come from?
No, they got black hole on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Space-
that explains it.
They probably traveled through a grease planet at some point. I mean, they traveled the entire universe. Are you saying that a grease planet couldn't exist?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of planets out there. I bet you there's one that's all grease. And, maybe even Grease the movie.
Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah,
204. Yeah. Okay.
20349. I gotcha.
Yeah, but this is an important scene for the show. It's so dumb.
Oh, right.
God, pedophilia guy with weird bot Ilia. It's so gross. I wonder if he's wearing pants in this scene.
No way, dude. There's a lot of underlight fan though. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
See, even Kirk can't believe what's going on, and he had sex with every colored girl in the world, like completely green women, rocks, strange aliens, and he is like, no way.
This is weird. This is beyond me.
I never had sex with a robot. Okay, so I was convinced that this was the set from Tron, where the NCP was like going whoop 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 whoop.
You are totally correct.
It just felt like it, man.
It's super cheesy. I love it.
And I felt that this whole effect was basically the space equivalent of a train going into the tunnel.
Let's see.
It's so hard to watch this show.
It is. We got one more.
And they keep changing their uniforms.
Yep.
I like these Carhartt uniforms for sure.
Yeah. Better than the Dickies the guys in 10 Ford wear.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was
that's
our last note.
That away.
Now like a 5-minute pan.
Man, I love the music still. Great music. Great spaceship. But just take everyone in it, shake it up, and dump them in the nearest black hole.
We did it, guys.
And they'll be like, what happened? And he's like, Decker had sex with it and left.
Yeah.
Excuse me, they made love.
Yeah. Voyager lost it, and then,
Luckily, Decker was there and took one for the team.
Oh, wait a second.
Decker, the galactic wingman.
No, so Decker, the actor Stephen Collins, admitted to having sexual congress with, raping children, under 18s. So Voyager is a child, and he ends up, I think we know what's happening. This was his confession, real. Okay.
Do you think that the ninth lead in a Star Trek movie has the authority to script a confession as like a B plot in the movie?
Clearly. Absolutely.
All right. I guess I don't know. I guess I don't know what the rules are.
And neither did he, Rob.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, man, this is like I was saying this is one of, I think, the 4 or 5 first VHS cassette tapes I ever saw as a kid, and it does not age well. And the thing that I remember about this movie is we rented it the night that we got a dog, we got a puppy, and we had this movie in the same night. And the puppy eventually started biting my father and biting my family. And so like my association with this is basically transporter accident, scary, and puppy is going to bite my father.
Oh. There's got to be a Alia space bot biting the universe analogy here. I mean, remember, they killed a lot of people. They killed all those Klingons. They killed the people in the listening station. They killed at least 4 Garys.
Klingons aren't people.
Well,
I mean, I'm fairly certain I saw this in the theater, but I was only 6 when it came out.
Yeah.
So this came out in 79, so I was 8. I don't know if I saw this in the theater.
And I was always much more of a Star Wars kid than a Star Trek
Sure.
kid.
For sure.
So yeah, this was about as good as I remember it, I thought.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I saw this like when it made it to TV with like a million commercial breaks. I don't know.
So
I
what do you
remember-
think?
So I kind of like the idea of one of our space probes, going
Yeah.
someplace. It's a neat
Solving the
idea.
Borg.
Solid plot synopsis. Yep.
And it's a plot device that they use at least a couple times in the Next Generation,
Oh, yeah.
if not more for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to see where that began and all that. I thought the special effects were better than Superman's, but I'm not sure that
Not-
really is saying a whole lot.
Not as good as 2001 or Star Wars, which were contemporaneous.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Right.
happen at the same time.
And a lot of Dykstra was doing the effects here too. The inventor of the Dykstra Flex camera, the stuff that they used to do all the compositing on Star Wars. I mean, it's a classic.
I did not remember the music. That the music was the same as the Next
TNG
Generation.
music, yeah.
I did not remember that either.
Yeah. I mean,
So there were a
that's one of
couple
those things about
neat
Star Trek is
surprises.
that they reused the model itself was like
beautiful.
retrofitted and reused like in tons of stuff, and shots from the movies get reused from one movie to the next. I mean, they pinch pennies in the Star Trek series for sure.
Yeah, they do.
There's a YouTuber, Junkball Transmissions, and he goes through like different iterations of the Enterprise and actually like talks about like the models and the modifications made from one version to the next, and how this Enterprise was modified to become that Enterprise. And it's really nitpicky nerd stuff. It's enjoyable if you're interested in that sort of thing. But folks, what do we think? Rob, you had suggested Mad Max or Thunderdome, or like for the next one.
That's almost
put together-
too late, right?
No, that's
Oh, 79. The original
Well,
Mad Max.
Mad Max. Yeah.
Not Thunderdome, not
Yeah.
Beyond Thunderdome, not too.
I'll actually put together a list and then we can talk about it because there's a lot of decent ones. I also thought it might be fun to watch Real Genius.
I love that movie.
It does
The
not
problem
age
is,
well.
no, it ages wonderfully. Actually, it ages prophetically well. And worse than that, since Franny is going to one of the locations where they filmed a zillion things, you're going to have to deal with me saying, "Oh yeah, and here's my picture from when I visited her school." And I said, "Look, here's where Mitch fell over," or whatever. So I just have to apologize in advance.
I would like to note, just for the audience, that we saw enough Garys for me to finish that.
Good.
And because you shamed me so much about the chewing, I haven't had a chance to even finish my nutty bar.
Oh,
I know.
wow. There's some great movies in 1979. The Black Hole.
Oh,
Shit,
I haven't seen that in
man.
20 years.
It's so good. I'm sure it's terrible now, but yeah, I loved it. We could do that. The China Syndrome, if we wanted to get all important movie.
I want to see something fun, man.
1941.
We've just watched two movies that were like really formative to my life, and they both suck. So let's find something fun, man.
I enjoyed 1941, but I think I'm the only one.
You might be.
Time after time. Nicholas Meyer directed that, and he would go on to direct what?
This?
Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, right?
Oh, that's right.
So
Kurt Wise did this one. All right, folks, this has been episode 449 of Geeks in Space, an After Dark special, Star Trek: The Motionless Picture. I would like to thank Chris DeBona.
Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Nate Ostendorp.
Live long and prosper.
Rob it had to happen. Rob Roseboom.
Resistance is futile.
Nice.
For me, I'll just like to. How about that? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go to Med Bay. I'm Rob Commander Takamaldo. You should definitely press the buttons that reward us for our efforts. Thank you. Bye.
Hit the bell.